Now we're in San Diego, and I think the camera crew was following us, and he just came out of nowhere and said, kind of like, let's talk. I want to meet you guys, all that stuff. Later, me and Albert had a meet and greet at a bar, and I want to say about 10 people showed up.
Well, you forgot, like, when we showed up to the hotel, to the lobby, he like ran and he had his notebook. And, and me and Willie were in the car, kind of like, who's this guy?
Oh yeah, he went to the car too. Yeah.
And he got on his knees and was like asking us. He was like this.
You wanted an autograph?
And no, he was asking questions, and he was like, hey Albert, so how do you do this? Willie, hey, and how's it over there? And he's like taking notes, and he's there like 10 minutes taking notes, and me and Willie are like in the car like just answering questions. But that just tells you what kind of like drive he has.
What it takes. Yeah, so in order to succeed, you have to do something completely different than what everyone's doing. Later we had a meet and greet at the bar, and everyone was drinking, and Andy was the only one, I think until later he like picked up a drink. He was the only one taking notes. It was loud, everyone's drinking, and he's asking questions, and he was the smartest one out of everyone because he wanted to go home with some notes. Nonetheless, about, I want to say maybe 6 months ago, he came to my office to interview for a position. I didn't hire him, but he persisted. A few people vouched for him and said, like, give him a shot, and he messaged me, and he persisted, and I said, all right. So he moved all the way down from Modesto. I want to say maybe 1 or 2 family members in the area, got his own place. And from the moment I told him, all right, come down, I want to say he was down here within about 3 weeks. Yeah? Cool.
All right.
Cool. So why don't you share with everyone why, why that leap of faith, and why you think that's important for you in your life and business?
Why that leap of faith? Well, let me share a little bit of, I'll backtrack a little bit. So back home, it's a small town. I went to school, I went to school to be a PE teacher and a high school soccer coach, and a lot of the times I chose that career because I wanted to help kids when they're at the high school level, where I think it's really easy to get distracted. It's either at that age you're still trying to discover yourself, trying to figure out if you're going to be into sports, if you're going to pick up bad habits, you might pick up drugs. When you get married, you're going to go to college or not. And I wanted to be there at that time, so that I could tell you, so I could kind of guide them, like, look, I was in the same position that you're in not too long ago, and I have a feeling that this is probably a good route to take, because a lot of the times it's just lack of information. When you're in high school, when you're growing up, you don't have the right resources, and for some strange reason, I felt like I knew where I was going. For many years, I had no idea who my mentors were going to be, where I was going to land, but I always felt like I know I'm supposed to do something, or I'm gonna meet the right people, and I always just have that faith. In reality, I had no idea who that person or what team that was gonna be, or even what industry. I was going to be a PE teacher, and I studied Grant Cardone a lot. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I would be youth. I have a couple roommates back home, so I have a house up north and three people renting rooms. They wake up random times of the night, and I'm listening to Grant Cardone, washing dishes, sweeping, and nobody did that. I mean, it was kind of weird. Like, hey bro, is something wrong with you? Why you? Because it was unusual, and very few people could relate. I mean, I have no friends and no family that kind of. It's just, I don't know. I don't really know where it came from, but I came to the Driven event. It was actually an accident too. A real estate buddy of mine. We're just in conversation. He's like, oh, I'm going to LA to see Grant Cardone. And I'm like, when is it? This Friday. And he told me on a Tuesday. And I'm like, who's all going with you guys? He's like, it's a group of 5. And I'm like, dude, if there's room with you guys, or it'd be awesome, bro. I'd love to tag along. He's like, I think one guy might bail, so I'll find out and I'll let you know. Within 10 minutes, he told me, hey dude, one of these guys canceled. I sent him a picture in 3 minutes of the confirmation that I was going to come to the Driven event. So little did I know that this is where I was going to meet, the company that I was like, this is my vehicle here. this is the company, these are the people, and I didn't think about it twice. And at that moment, at the Driven event, I thought to myself, if they would give me an opportunity, I would drop everything in a heartbeat. Because out there, I made whatever my expenses were, my income, 75% of that income was, I get to spend it on whatever I want. Because I have renters and I don't have too many expenses, no kids, no girlfriend, and I did that on purpose. The whole girlfriend thing, I'm like, dude, I'm praying to God that she doesn't appear in my life right now. 'Cause I'm focused, like, you know, so.
You might find a few down here now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough,
Yeah, no,
especially in West Hollywood.
Just don't visit us too much.
but no, it didn't take long before I was 100% convinced that if given the opportunity, I would drop everything. I mean, I always knew you have to sacrifice. Like we talk about all the time, whatever it takes. So I knew that I had it in me, and I knew that if I just got the right mentorship, if someone would take me under their wings, and I chased these guys down. I knew I had just gone into the field, and I would ask anybody, what would you recommend for a new loan officer to get some training? I mean, what nuggets can I get from these guys? And any chance any